Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the calculation box below, or you have jumped onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com and followed the calculation box there, and you have concluded you're a power year number one, then you are at the right place. Ones, you do not have to calculate your power year number again for this year. Just your monthly numbers will change, and I am going to be supplying those. So if you're a power year number one, it means you're in the month of 2. And just to review what those numbers might mean to you this year. Now, 1, obviously, it's a new beginning. It's a new start. But sometimes it's literally a new beginning, like a new job is going to be coming your way this year, a new relationship is going to be coming your way this year, new opportunities, new ideas, or it can be the planting of seeds, whereas you're just starting to think this year or have a dream about maybe a different location, and you think, you know what? I really love the water, and I think I want to move. You know, it can be very subtle like that. It can be a very big change and a new beginning. The thing about 1 that you may not realize is that when you're in the power year number 1, it can be a year where you're fighting for something and you're standing apart from others. Like there might be 5 people who are saying one thing and you say, I can't do this anymore. I can't go along with this. I'm not going to go along with this. And I have to stand up for myself, and I have to stand up for what I believe. That is something that's tricky about the year of 1. And we're going to be keeping that in mind when we do your reading today. Now, in January, you're in the month of 2. Now, the month of 2 is about being a peacemaker. It's about a team effort and working with the team. Now, if you aren't good at that, it's a month of learning to work as a team versus by yourself. 2 is also a good romance number. It's one of the top romance numbers. And so when we look at your love, we're going to take a look at your love in regards to working with someone. Do you say something? Do you let it go? Do you let them win this month? Do you bide your time? You know, the numbers are a science, and you know, I've been doing readings a long time, and I said I've got to add something to my readings that get out of my head so much, and numbers have been awesome for that purpose because they don't change, their meanings don't change. They're very personable and very scientific at the same time. So we're going to start ones like we always do. We're going to take a look at business, we're going to take a look at love, and then we're going to take a look at any question that you happen to have. So let's take a deck of cards. Actually, I'm going to change them up. I have 3 different decks here, and I like to use a different deck for every question. And I just changed up the decks a little bit, and I'll tell you why. I had done your recording already. I do my recordings in order, and I had done your recording already days ago, and I don't have it. I lost it. And so I have just finished number 9's reading, and I'm starting again with your reading. And I'm wondering, you know, why that's happened, because I certainly don't remember what I got for your reading. But apparently the universe has decided that it already knows who's going to be listening to this, who is a power year number 1, and apparently they want you to have certain information. So we're going to do it again. And let's see if that other one shows up somewhere. Anyway, okay, ones, for those of you who are working, you're employed, you've got the job. Ooh, it looks like there's some brown nosing going on, either to you or around you. Oh yeah. Okay. Ones. I'm not loving the energy that at least used to be around you at the workplace. When I say used to be, it's because you're just coming out of a year of 9, and that's a 9 of endings. You're just coming out of that. And I'm suspicious because a couple of the cards that I have here, I'm not knowing who to trust. As you, if I'm you. I'm not knowing who to trust. And so, what I feel like the advice is, you have a fabulous card coming into fruition, and I feel like it's the universe pushing you and saying, so don't trust anybody. If you don't know who to trust, and you don't know who to listen to, and you don't know what's really going on around you, and in whatever regard that is in the workplace, the universe is saying, then do what you want. If you want to stay there and you want to get such and so-and-so's position, and you've been hearing all kinds of things that, it's taken, or, they're not going to refill it. The cards here are saying, well, what do you have to lose? Just go talk to HR and pretend that it is still there. You didn't hear anything. The job's still there as far as you know, and you want it. Or why haven't you seen it posted yet? Blah, 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 blah. The universe wants you, this is the Sun card. The universe wants you to move forward with what feels right and whatever idea you have. And if what feels right means moving on and leaving something behind at work, whether it's the whole job or a department or, idea that you had or, whatever, then that's what the universe wants you to do. If the universe wants you to play it cool in this month of 2, whereas, and everybody that tells you a different story, you go, but really, you don't believe anybody anyway, and you're going to do what you think is best to either resolve the issue for everyone or resolve it for yourself. You're going to use your own mind anyway, but you're going to stay where you are. That's the universe wanting you to do that. If you say, well, I'm just going to go along with the gag and be everybody's friend, but I'm going to start looking for other positions, then the universe wants it, and they're going to make it work. You have the best card in the deck coming into fruition with 2 very devious cards prior. And you're starting to catch on, you're starting to catch on that maybe everybody isn't telling me everything. I'm missing something here. And maybe I have to start to trust myself and my own instincts and make a decision about what's best for me. But I'm just going to go along with everything. I'm not going to make waves this month of January. I'm going to go along with everything and not really let anybody know exactly what I'm thinking and what I'm doing. Ooh, 1s. That sounds very interesting and very exciting. I'm going to stand apart from the others. I'm going to be hush, be quiet, seem like, and be a team player while I figure out how I'm going to do my own thing and make this work for me. Wow. Okay, 1s, let's take a look for those 1s out there who are looking for work, who are looking for a job. Let's see what we have. It's along the same lines, 1s. Hold on, one more. It's along the same lines. I have you in a position of feeling guilty, and I feel like if something good happens to you or you get offered, there's guilt. You feel guilty about something. And the card where you're coming from is a card of you liking yourself. So even though this reading, I have to make this work somehow, because even though this reading is about you looking for a job, I have you feeling knowing that you're doggone good at something, or or someone has complimented you in a position of authority, or you're very, very good at this change of position, maybe that you just got a certification in, and for some reason it makes you feel badly. It makes you feel like you're leaving somebody in the dust or you're betraying somebody. Now, could this mean that you're an actor and you have a best friend who's an actor, and you know that something has just worked for you that would never in a million years work for them, and so you're feeling very badly about leaving them in the dust or letting them find out about it? Sure, it could be something like that. It's just something else I was thinking of, but it went out of my head. But I just feel like it's along the lines thereof where you feel guilty about being complimented or moving forward. Why is that? And you're looking for a job, and you're feeling funny about it. Now, you've got two cards coming into being that are frustrating. One is you're backed into a corner and you're not really sure what to do. So that could also be if you're someone and you are working, and maybe a company is dissolving, and or you think you're going to be taking over the person who's sitting next to you, their job, and they're going to be let go. All kinds of things like that, can happen, where they think you're all getting laid off, but you actually don't. They do, but you're going to be taking over their job, kind of thing. And so in this month of 2-1s, the word on the street is don't share the information. Don't share the information. Go along with what the group is thinking, how the group is interpreting the events going on, because you don't know for sure what events are going on. Anything can change. But there is some kind of blockage that's keeping you from moving forward or applying at a job at a certain place. Maybe somebody else works there and you don't want to step on their toes, or there's something going on that you are just not sure what to do about this situation, because you feel badly about it, but you could do well. So I do feel a job opportunity is going to be coming or being offered to you in January if it hasn't already. But I think that you have to think of yourself. Again, stand apart, and take care of yourself, because in the long run, you need the job. I'm going to put these cards back now. This reading is there are some readings that take longer than others, and this one is taking some time. It is on the same wavelength, though, for people who have the job, people who are looking for a job, and people maybe who have a job and are looking at the same time. It just seems to be is in this month of January, the cards and the number 2 all mean play it down, play it down, play it down. On one hand, you might be causing a fuss because you have to fight for something that you think is right. But when it comes to kudos to you and awards coming to you, possibly play it down, play it down, play it down. Let's move on to love ones, and let's see. Now, of course, this can be the year of starting a new relationship, first year of marriage, first year of living together. Of course. First year of buying a house together. So what this says as far as relationship goes. Now, normally, I'd like to take a look at this, and I'd like it to say to me that very specifically, we're talking about two people here in a relationship. I feel like ones, I'm getting a little bit of where you're coming from, and that is that you've had relationships in the past that maybe have one or two have been very long. One or two have caused you a great amount of pain. And then I think you got your center card, which is talking about then you've tried to see people or you've tried to date people, and there's been that. So I feel like actually this is a little bit different ones, and the card coming into fruition is the perfect partnership card. So I feel like you've run the gamut, you've done it all, you've tried it all, and you have finally found the one, or will be finding the one, in this year of 2020. Now, we are asking about January, aren't we? And January is the month of 2, and 2 is the month, yes, it can mean breakup, but if it means breakup, it's for a good reason. It means that somebody else is there. So either all of this confusion that I see first is the breakup or something like that in January, and then you're meeting somebody new in January, or all of this turmoil's in the past and you're meeting this person in January, or the two of you decide it's right to commit to each other, to be exclusive, to get engaged, to move in together. It's a little bit different of a read here because I don't usually see the past so much. But I am in this case, so that you can rest assured that that special person is going to be delivered to you in January or this year of 2020. Let's take a look at ones who are looking for love in this year of 2020. Oh, there you go. Here's your new relationship card. Boom. Boom! It doesn't get better than that. It just seems to look like a good year for love. If you're a 1. Oh God. These are so good that don't worry, if I find the other reading, I'll ditch it. Don't worry. Because this is a good one for you. If you are in the year of 1 in this month of 2, I have here for you the new relationship card. And what I have prior to that is I have a card, and it happens to be a 6 card. And 6 is about love. It's about home and hearth. It's about serious relationship and having a family. And oh, my, won't you look at that? What's coming into being is another 6 card. Home and hearth, family, all that good stuff. And right smack in the middle is that new relationship. Here's the little twist I want to, and it's not a bad twist, but here's the little twist ones. I feel like it's quite out of surprise that this person may fall into your lap, because I feel like this card is a card that can show travel, that you go on a vacation and something works out. This card can be about you try a new app or website. You don't know what you're doing. You're not quite sure if it's right. And you meet someone new. This card can be about you're in your car and you get lost and you pull over to ask somebody for directions and you meet somebody new. It's kind of like a falling in your lap surprise out of nowhere situation. And then the card coming into being is the promotion card. And in our case, because we're asking about love, it's like hitting the jackpot. It's like hitting the jackpot. Now, it's a wonderful month of 2 for you, but I want to tell you, I'm not worried about, maybe you're worried about that, but I'm not so worried about that. I'm just very pleased that to jot this down in your phone somewhere, or jot it on your calendar, that the year of 2020 for you ones is going to be a great year for finding the right person for you. Across the board. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. Really, really nice. Okay, so ones, if you would be so kind as to think of a question, any question at all that you have. And it can be about love again. It can be about maybe one person you want to ask a question about, or a boss, or even your health. And the more specific you are, the more specific, particularly in person, if we're doing a private reading, the more specific my answer can be. So I'm shuffling these cards, and the only thing you have to do is tweak my answer, but just don't change the end or the outcome. Okay, so what's the best possible outcome for your question? That's a nice card. Okay. Okay. Another thing about 2, the number 2, is that 2 can represent surprises and unexpected things. So I have you coming from a place of some kind of Debbie Downer emotion, worry, guilt, concern. And then suddenly this good news and change happens upon you, and something unexpected, some kind of twist of fate comes your way. After that, you've got to work it out. You've got to figure, well, how do I fit this into my life then? How do I make it work? So you do have, an adjustment period after that. So I do want to tell you that when this serendipitous event comes your way, and you think back like, is this it? Is this what Jemma meant? Is this it? But it's got problems. It's got issues that come with it. Well, then that's it, because it doesn't come with any kind of guarantee or easy peasy, roadmap. It is meant to be a surprise and sudden change of some kind, and you are meant to use your noodle and think of the advantages that it has, or think of the way to make it work for you and use it to your advantage, and make the problem that you have, or the question that you have, work out for you. There's just it could be more than one thing happens, but the universe is planning on supplying you with some kind of surprise, some kind of change, some kind of news, some kind of good news. And it may even be, let me throw this one at you once. It may even be something, let's just say along the lines of, there's 2 people that you really like, or one person that you really like, but let's go back with the 2 people, because I can only give one example at a time. There's 2 people that you like, and you don't know what to do about it. One of them gets called to the other side of the world for something, leaving you with the other one, who you kind of always thought would be better for you, but the other one was giving you more attention, and you couldn't go after the other one because you all work in the same office. Well, the one that's going away to the other side of the world, well, now this opens up an avenue of crap. The whole office knows we went out once or twice. And now they're leaving, and I can really go for the person who came in the office a little bit later, but I really like them too. Now, how am I going to make this work to my advantage? That's just a crazy example, but either this good news can come to you and benefit you, or like you thought your study was going away to live at college, and they've suddenly changed their mind that they prefer a program that's close to home, and they're happy about it too, that they're not going to be leaving. It could be something like that. In any case, it's not that it doesn't come without its issues, because you've already been like Marsha Brady, and you've already signed up for every single solitary club at school to keep you busy. Or you've taken on a part-time job to keep you busy because they were going to be away. And now they're home and you've made these other commitments, but you're going to figure out a way to make it work. Okay, ones, there you go. Thank you so much. You were last this time, but I saved the best for last, right, ones? Okay, thanks so much for joining Gemma's Window. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you. And also, please jump onto my website, gemmaswindow@gmail.com. There's more info about me, and you can get in touch with me and send a question if you have one, whatever you'd like to do. Thanks so much. See you next time, ones. Bye for now.